mate. First of all, congratulations. Signed the Bellator, you just announced your fight there. What that sort of mean to you to get such a big company?
Just everything really. Like it's something I've been like aiming for my whole career. Like I just want to fight the best people, and in Bellator there's an opportunity to get these kind of fights. Like obviously my first fight against Nathan Greyson, both debuting on it, and it's like stylistically it's a great fight. It's going to be a good one. Obviously we both like to do the same kind of things, do you know what I mean? So it's going to be a fun one for sure. But it does, it means a lot to us to have these opportunities. It just shows that obviously staying committed and just working hard constantly pays off in the end, and with Bellator I've got a chance to change my life, you know what I mean? So I'm really thankful for the opportunity to get on there.
And obviously your last 3 fights, South Africa, then Teesside before that, which is in the northeast, but it's not really a local show for you. I know you're dead excited to be getting sort of a local crowd in.
100%. Like obviously I've been fighting in South Africa, but the fight that you're talking about there in Teesside, that was and Franklin, who was short, did us a massive favour and got us a fight on that, because I was originally slated to fight on the Bama Bellator card, and I had problems with that anyway. That all fell through, so I took the next available fight, just because obviously it was so near Christmas. I trained, so it was just like get the closest thing up available. So I did that, and fighting in South Africa as well. Yeah, like obviously massive exposure, a great opportunity. I travel the world and fighting. It's been awesome. They've been really cool for us going to Bellator as well, so massive thanks to EFC for that.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that because I've seen Fisher put something on Facebook earlier on today about just how good they've been. Were they very sort of relaxed and just let you go in? Was it
yeah, definitely.
From their point of view?
100%. Like they basically they say that I've got a massive opportunity now to go to Bellator. Obviously it's one of the biggest shows in the world. Like it's up there with the UFC now. It's huge, and they're like guiding the way for fighters to come through. Obviously UFC is massive, but it's on the other side of the world. Like obviously this card here is right on my doorstep, do you know what I mean? And they're happy for us to pursue me goals in Bellator. They basically just I phoned Cairo, I actually phoned Calvin, his brother, and he says he would speak to them and get it all sorted for us, and they basically straight away as well got straight back to us and just said, look, like, we're happy for you to go there, like go and chase your dreams, you know. And I kind of thank them enough for that, because obviously I was contracted to them. I still had 3 fights on my deal, so they could have blocked us from going to Bellator, and they helped us get there. So I can't thank them enough for that.
You mentioned it all, obviously Nathan Greyson, your debut fight. You had that whole debacle at Cage Warriors 99, obviously not wanting to cut the weight and things like that. I don't know if I've seen him bantamweight before, but what do you make of him as a fighter, and what do you think? Because you're huge for a bantamweight. He's quite a big lad as well.
Yeah, he is definitely. I think he's. I think you'll probably see the best version of him at bantamweight. I think he's massive for a flyweight. He's an athlete. Like obviously he's fought at flyweight, and he's a big flyweight, and he looks strong. He's definitely dangerous. I like his fighting style actually. Like he's fun to watch. So for me to have a chance to fight someone like this, it's just like to fire in me, because these are the kind of fights I want to have. Do you know that I never want to be in boring fights. I always want people to watch my style and think like that I'm good to have on the shows. I want people to know that like when I'm fighting, they should tune in and watch, because I always try and be entertaining, you know. And I think this fight for both of us is a fight where I will both look great, you know. And so him as a fighter, I think he's a really good fighter. From everything I've watched him, I think he's definitely a tough fight, and it's going to bring out the best in me as well. And I can't wait to get in there and see what happens on the night.
I don't know if you can mention how many fights, but we know it's a multi-fight contract that's out there. By the end of that contract, where are you looking to be in the company?
I think obviously like with this fight for both of us, it's a great one that's going to propel us both on in the company. I think I can see a route to the top, you know. I definitely do. I think like obviously, especially that it's this weight, it's in Bellator, there's so many good people. After me fights on this contract, I'd like to see myself like higher up in the company, like a bit of a name in the company, and I'd like to see, obviously after the full contract's done, I'd like to see where I was at then, because I'd love to stay with them. I've got no aspirations of going anywhere else, because obviously like Bellator's massive, and that's a chance for me to fight the best people in the world, and I'm happy to stay there. Like obviously see where I'm at then, and see how the fights on me contract have went.
they've signed a huge cohort of UK and European fighters over the past few months. Obviously, Scott Coker mentioned back at Bellator 200 about this new domestic European league.
Yeah.
Would you be looking to stay in Europe for the fights, or would America be?
I've always wanted to fight in America my whole life, so if I can put on a good performance here, I'd love to get an opportunity to go out there. I love the States. I've been there a few times now, and every time I've went, I've loved it. But if not, I'm happy to fight wherever. I just want to fight, and I just want to fight good people. So if they want to keep us just for UK cards, I'm happy with that. If they want to keep us Europe, whatever, I'm easy. Wherever they want us to fight, I'll fight. But I do have obviously dreams of fighting all different places in the world. So if they want to fly us anywhere, I'll fight wherever they want.
And if we look as well at the card, there's still some fights to be announced that are in the works, which I just can't talk about. But you've got your teammate over at TFT, Ryan Scope, fighting Patricky Pitbull. I know Chris Bungard against Terry Brazier got announced today. What do you make of the fights that have already been made? Obviously, Aaron Chalmers is on the card, but
I think I actually said this to Chris Bungard today. I think this shows the best match show I've seen for a long time. I think every fight is like, you know, it's just hard to see. You know, like every fight is so evenly matched. It's just going to be an amazing show. Every fight that I know of, even the ones that haven't been announced yet, is everyone's going to be really good show. So
that wasn't like disrespectful me there saying about Aaron. Obviously, I want to talk about the other boys first. We'll come back to Aaron. We'll fight Corey Browning. First man he's fighting with a positive record professionally. What do you sort of make of that as a matchup? Do you think this is the one that could maybe then stop the doubters who are still there saying, "Oh, he's no good"?
I haven't seen a lot of his opponent, to be honest. I haven't seen any of his fights yet, but as you say, it's a positive record. It's a step in the right direction for him. I think, like, obviously, you can't knock what he's done. Obviously, he's come in, he's had a massive weight on his shoulders, and every time he's come in and he's done what he's had to do, he's putting people away. So why not give him someone who's going to be a bit more of a test for him? They haven't flung him straight into the deepest end yet, you know, like they haven't given him someone where I think this fight here is going to obviously give him a better opportunity to silence a lot more of those doubters, you know, like he's got a winning record. I think did he beat Baby Slice? He's
his last fight, first round.
You know, so let's say, you know, obviously it's a good match again. There you go, a fair fight again. It's going to be good, like so. But good on him, you know, like obviously like fighting such a mental game, you know, like obviously like in your head you've got your own battles going on and stuff like that, and for the amount of pressure he's had on him coming from no fights to being on big stages straight away, I think he's handled it really well. So good on him for that. Like obviously he's northeast lad himself, so obviously good on him. Like it's good to have a lot more attention, because obviously I find with him being on there, it's given a lot more opportunity in the northeast, and I think obviously there's so much talent in the northeast that it's stupid that there's not more bigger shows here. Bellator coming here it's a massive step in the right direction. Like obviously it gives local lads a chance to show how good the northeast region actually is and how many good fighters there is there. So anyone bringing light to the northeast is amazing. So good on Aaron for doing that. You know what I mean? So
there's a couple of fighters we haven't mentioned who have already been named. Is there any fights or fighters in particular that you can't wait to see out there on February 9th?
I'm really looking forward to Ryan's fight. I think obviously fighting Patricky Pitbull, his first fight in Bellator, people are looking at that and seeing how well Patricky's done in Bellator. I think did he have the belt at one time, or is he fought for it? I'm sure he's fought some absolute killers. So he's definitely world elite level fighter, and I think this is a chance for Ryan to propel himself to the pinnacle of the sport, because I think stylistically it's a great fight for Ryan. Huge debut fight, and it's a chance for him to show how good he is on that stage. So I'm really looking forward to being on the same bill as him. Obviously we get out camping together as we have done many times in the past, and then have my fight, sit back and just enjoy the rest of the fights, because every fight, like obviously the ones before mine and after, are all amazing fights. So I just want to get my fight done and then watch the rest of the show. Can't wait.
Finally, anybody that you want to thank, or anybody that you've got sort of sponsors and things?
I've got yeah, definitely. I thank everyone for backing us. Obviously, they're all on the board there. They're all on the board there. I'd like to thank them all. There's so many. Too many to mention, like probably.
I want to say as well a big thanks to CBD Live, still sponsoring the podcast. Fight and Talk 15 for 15% off. Go over, check out the website, we've got some great stuff. So Carl, thank you very much for your time, mate. And probably catch up with you before the fight anyway. But thank you very much for your time, mate.
Cheers, mate.